shield first, so let me get my meter back. Alright. So the way shield works in this game so far, it's like... what's the best way to explain this? Gotta keep shielding? You can, but it's varying. So I'm gonna have her... She's set to automatically shield and do shield counter, so... So as long as you don't commit to another attack, you can do shield. Actually, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Because you're frozen in shield, you should have enough time to react. To do whatever you want. As long as you're not doing like a special move. I thought you can... Oh, EXs, sorry. Yeah, EXs you get locked out. Special moves you can re-shield. What's the other thing you couldn't re-shield? Like armor? Yeah, you can't even, you're stuck. Yeah, I guess it's just EX moves that you're now allowed to shield through. Let me see. So if you do shield, they shield back, you press the A button, you get a launcher. It's in the tutorial. All this is in the tutorial. All this is in tutorial. So don't come back and be like, where do I find this information? Tutorial. You have the Vanish. So the Vanish helps against shield counter. Shield counter being that follow-up. The Vanish is good because it hits behind people trying to shield immediately. So in this game, if you shield in front of you, but someone gets behind you somehow, so let's say Kohaku got behind me. Let's say Kohaku got back here and hit me, right? This shield doesn't help me. I get hit. I get fataled. So in order to like properly fight with shield, sometimes it's good to not immediately press the D button to shield. Sometimes it's good to let your character reorient if you know that the opponent is in a new direction or trying to face your back. So the most common aspect of this is when this happens. So after I did the Vanish occurs after you shield and you press the B button. After this Vanish, what most people do is they shield immediately again, right? But they're facing the wrong way. So if they shield immediately, this beats the shield facing the wrong way. But the way to fight this is you just wait a little bit, you turn around, you press the D button, and you can shield this again. However, the person who did the Vanish, if they don't commit to anything else, they can still also shield as well. So it becomes like it's like a big RPS thing until a certain point, right? Like someone's gonna be wrong. Like you can't beat every option, except the shield thrust. Shield thrust kind of like gets you out with all the invul, but it's at the cost of moon meter. So the way this works is I'm gonna do a move. I'm gonna see the shield. I'm gonna do shield thrust. So I did this because I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with any of this shield nonsense, right? I'm gonna get out, but at what cost? Half of your moon meter. So if you're full, it brings you to half. If you're at half, it brings you to 0. And the attacker, the person who's shielded they don't have priority, but it's like the initiator usually has like a good idea of what they want to do sometimes. But if you want to do the shield thrust without losing all your moon meter, as long as you shield first and then you do your moon thrust. Oh, wait, actually? Oh, you actually don't get it back. Wow. It uses less, right? Let me see. Yeah, it uses less. But I don't know if I can make her block. I do know if you do moon thrust after shield, it uses less moon meter. But there is a certain point. You see how it's like dark right now? You're not allowed to do moon thrusts, moon drive. I just tried to press B plus C. I tried to do moon drive. You can't do moon drive. Until this is starting to glow, you can't do moon thrust, you can't do moon drive. That's very important. What if Kohaku does the thrust? You both it depends on what you do. So I'm gonna set Kohaku to do the thrust, right? So what should happen is I shield it back, right? So it's I can immediately go back to her if I also do the moon thrust, but that's part of the guessing game. Moon thrust usually gets you all the way out unless the other person also uses moon thrust. But that does use meter, so you can't always just get out with moon thrust if you don't have enough meter. What's up, Artemis? See, I did my moon thrust to be like, alright, I'm gonna hit you because I don't want to guess anymore. Like, using moon thrust is strong because you have invulnerability when you do it. It really can't be baited, and even if they try to bait it, what happens is you can jump after. So you can move after you do your moon thrust. But again, it's at the cost of either half your current bar if you don't shield. So if you see the shield and you don't want to shield back, if you press B plus C, you get your shield thrust, but it uses up half of what you have as the person into the shield. The person who's doing the shield, they could just do moon thrust and it takes up this much. So it's not half, it's like a quarter. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. It's all of this is a big RPS. It's just RPS. And a lot of people are gonna have to understand that it's RPS at the end of the day for a lot of the situations. Some you can make easier than others. So like if you really don't want to commit to that, well, you see how Kohaku got out of the moon thrust and jumped and shielded, right? So, ow! Oh, you don't have moon meter. See? I guess you win there. That's weird. I must have did it too late. Yeah, I did it too late. Yeah, because she recovered. I guess moon thrust in that situation, moon thrust usually wins. So it's like moon thrust wins there, but if you wait too long, that's what happens to you. The person who does the moon thrust first, they get to act after their shield thrust. Excuse me. They get to act after their shield thrust. They can shield you and do moon thrust. And because you're doing moon thrust, you're not allowed to do anything else if it gets shielded in time. Yeah, I tried to jump there. Yeah. Yeah, I can't shield anymore. End of Nara. Thank you for follow. What's up? Can easily avoid ring Oki with BC. They can, but again, it's like at a cost of meter, right? So if they decide to, I didn't recover. I gotta knock you down first. So if I do this right, what should happen is like, I gotta show that again, sorry. Like, because they decided to shield, they're gonna use up this moon meter, right? Like they have to use this. They have to do that. And even if you want to, if you see that, you can just shield back. That's funny. It's actually hilarious. That does go on for a bit, but you know, it's limited in what can happen. Will cancel a whiff normal into shield if they shield ring? Let's find out. Too slow. I hadn't recovered. Yeah. Like as long as you don't commit to anything big. You could do that. Oh, you don't have moon meter. See? It's important to learn like shield is gonna be strong in this game because it was also strong in current code, because current code was like certain moons had stronger shield mechanics than others, but having shield is still just another defensive option available to you. Now that there's less defensive options because they streamlined the moon system, so learning how this works is very important. And also look at my meter at the top left, my moon meter. So you see how it's full? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be full, done. Okay, 10 or 11. So that's how much moon meter you have in bits. If you lift shield, you're punished by losing some of your moon meter and getting fatal counter if they swing right after. That's a mid, right? That's not an overhead. That's the two ways you beat low shield. You beat low shield with a high attack, so like an overhead or jump in. Ow. It's like if you see them just holding shield, that's what you have to do. Because a lot of people are just gonna hold shield in this game, right? They're gonna do that. So it's on you to be like, oh, you're doing that? Cool. I'm gonna do this. But if you're not confident in doing that, just throw them. Does the damage change if they're fataled? Oh my god, it does. Alright. So, you see this damage off that throw I just did? 1500? That did an extra 375 damage. Because you decided to do low shield. That's interesting, huh? But yeah, that's interesting. So like, you know, if they're gonna do low shield like that and hold it, you do a jump in or you do throw. Throw's pretty good. So if they're gonna do high shield, let me record. Nope. You're gonna do this. I'm not getting control of my character back? Okay. You do a low. Again, you don't do 2A. If you 2A's a low... Oh wait, they changed that! Yes, thank you God, they changed that, thank you. Okay, that's super important, okay. Because before, you used to be able to high shield 2A's that hit low, right? Oh yeah, and it loses your moon meter too, yeah. So if you're just like out here holding shield like this, that's what happens. Also, that's super important. Holy shit. 2A's beating high shield so good. Alright, that's really strong. So yeah, if they're just doing high shield... Oops. Screwed up. Can you low shield standing attacks? Yes, you can low shield mids. So, the way, like I said earlier, the way you beat those... See? Shielded. Shielded. Shielded, right? So that's kind of strong. So low shield's really strong in that sense, right? So it's just like, oh, why don't I always just low shield, right? And I don't know if you were here when I did it. You do this. You do dash up throw. If you're not confident in doing this. Like, if you don't have a standing overhead, then you're gonna have to do, like, instant air dash jump in, right? You have to do that. It's either that or throw. It's one of those two. If they're low shielding, again, the only things you can do if they low shield, throw, or jump in, or a standing overhead that you have. That it's mid-low, mid-high, you'll get used to it. Like, you know, it's day, like, it's barely day one. People will figure it out. I have faith in people. You just have to like, in your brain, just to say, are they standing and shielding? Do a low. Or you just throw them. So it doesn't apply for low shield only. If they do stand shield, same thing applies. You do throw or you do low if they're standing. If they're crouching, you do a jump in, a standing overhead, or you do a throw. That's it. Because like, you can hold for X amount of frames, and I don't know if that changes for how much moon meter you have, or just indefinite. Is that indefinite? Oh yeah, it is indefinite. Huh. But if you're doing this, guess what that means? Hold on. If you're just holding... Shut up, Kohaku. If you're just holding high shield like this and they haven't committed to anything, they can run up, throw you, they can jump behind you and hit you. If they jump behind you, land, and hit you, you're not safe. They can also do 2A, 2B, 2C, some sort of low to hit you, right? So like, yeah, you can stand here and be annoying with this, but people who know how to fight this will dash up, throw you, dash up, do a low, jump over you, do an attack from behind. Yeah, the recovery gives you more time to do what beats it, yeah. So it's gonna get, like, people saying that this is too strong, you can't run offense. First of all, it's day one. Second of all, I'm pretty sure you're just literally like, oh man, I'm losing to this all day. Like, why am I losing to this? Guess what? It's a system mechanic you have to learn how to beat. Or you have to learn how it works. But yeah, I think shield is fine in this game, especially because they took away burst. They took away burst and bunker. So they had to give people some other way to like, shut up. They had to give people another way to like defend themselves constantly, and they chose to do it with shield, which is fine. Should feel like blitz, exactly. Like shield's gonna feel like blitz in this game, and I know a lot of people are gonna hate it, and it's like, that's cool, that's fine.